Hi folks, Lone Wolf here again and welcome back to the channel. A warm welcome to one and all. On Monday this week I popped down to Motorcycle Live at the NEC and had a look at some of the bikes that I personally wanted to have a look at. As by now you'll have seen on the internet, on the YouTube, there's lots and lots of videos of people who've been there and been there before me. Obviously I don't get preference to anybody else. I have to queue up and wait to go into the show as anybody else. I got there about 10:20 on a Monday and it was still pretty busy, to be honest. Hence there's a lot of people clambering over the bikes. I mean, some people just seem to go there just to sit on, see how many bikes they can sit on, to be honest. But for me, I picked what I wanted to see. You'll see from the advert or the thumbnail, it's gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. You'll pick that up as we go along on the video. I've actually, the noise from the NEC at times was quite loud and there was quite a lot of back burbling of people who stood by me with their commenting and stuff like that. So what I've chose to do is video the bikes, and I'm doing a bit of a talk over to go along with it. So hopefully that'll be a bit better than listening to comments from other people. I do apologise for the fact that some of the pictures are not the best, on account as you're standing there doing a video and then somebody decides to just go and jump on the bike as you're doing it, but still. So take a look, see what you think, and I'll speak to you at the end. Hi folks, well first up I visited the Honda stand, and the first one I looked at was the Honda NC750X. This is the DCT version in black. I quite like the look of this thing. I've been toying with the idea of getting a ride on this, and hopefully next year I'm going to be able to get my leg across it and have a go. I know it's a bit of a commuter type bike, but it's quite low. It's got, for me to touch the floor with my little short legs. Quite frugal. Obviously not the adventure style that I'm used to, but it's a nice looking bike. Apparently it's a bit low on power, a bit bland, and the suspension isn't the best. But I do fancy the DCT as well. I think that could be really good. It's something in the future that I definitely would look at, a DCT bike. Here it is in red. The red is nice as well, I must admit. But I think personally, if I had a choice, you know me, I like the black. And so I think for me, it would be that one. Hopefully, I'm going to get a ride of it early in the new year, when the weather picks up and I hit the showrooms. And when I do, you obviously will get to see it on the channel. Next up is its bigger brother. This is the Honda NT1100. DCT version again. Now this is in the blue, and I really like this bike. I really like this bike. The look of this bike was stunning. Really did catch my eye. My lofty biker, he's got one and he rides it. Downside for me is it's just heavy. It's a big bike, and again, as you can see, this guy's sitting on it, with short dangly legs. You're going to struggle your guts off. And the last thing I want is whatever 250, 60 kilos on one leg, trying to hold it up. But other than that, it's a really nice bike. Again, if I can get one at Honda and have a go on one, I will do, just for the day. Again, DCT, it's something that I really fancy. So it's your Honda NT1100 DCT. On now to the brand that I use, CF Moto. This is the latest one in the field, the CF Moto 800 MTX. It's basically the same as the one that I've got, the Explorer, but it's got 21-inch front wheel and it's designed more for an off-road usage, which is not me at all, but it is indeed a nice bike. It does look really nice. Similar screen, it's a bit flat at the front. I thought the front screen is a bit too bright for me, but a nice looking bike. I did really like the colour of it, to be honest. It sparkles, especially that with the gold wheels again. But as I say, 21-inch front wheel and off-road focused tyres, not for me. As whether or not they have the snatchy throttle, time will tell. Up next to it, we got the brand new for this year, the MT700. I believe this is going to replace what is now the 800 MT Touring and Sport. This is the newer version. It's not the same engine as we've got the 790 KTM. It's a different engine. I don't quite know what it's based on, but it's a nice bike, a nice looking bike. Very, very similar in ergonomics and everything to the 800 MT. Gold wheels again and everything. The picture there, this guy's either huge, but he seems to dwarf the bike, and the bike for some reason, I don't know whether it's my camera or what, looks very short and narrow and stubby, but I can assure it isn't. I think that again comes with luggage, but obviously there's no price to be on any of that, on either the 800 MTX or the 700 MT, none at all. As I say, the front there, it looks almost identical to the 800 MT Touring and Explore, other than the fact it hasn't got the spotlights on the front that those models have. So jumping back a look on the side, very nice. Again, this is quite eye-catching, the white with the blue inserts, very nice, very nice. Say it again, no price. Got the scrambler. $1,300 GSA, fully loaded, Tramontana version, 27,000 plus. That is a lot of money, 27,000 plus. Fair play, you can go around the world on it and it'll do the job, but for £27,000 I'd want somebody to clean it for me weekends and everything. A nice bike. Moving on, we're up to now the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Now this is a bike that I've never really looked at before. I've always kind of like put Royal Enfield now, but I have to be honest, it's come across quite well. It's one of the very few bikes I think I can sit on comfortably and get my feet on the floor. 450 engine. Again, if I can get one and have a ride on one this summer, I surely will, because it does look a nice piece of kit. I've changed my mind on the Himalayan, it looks a really nice bike, to be honest. Moving on, one from the past. CCM, we used to have them when we were motocrossing donkeys years back. Look at this roadster, I mean, that A looks a work of art, but B, would you take it on the road? You'd be scared to take it out, wouldn't you? I mean, it was a sunny day, that's all. Back to the GS stand. And there's the 1300. This is the GS TE ASA. Now this is the one that if Roy Brooks or Benhams or Sittners as they called now to play the game, this is the one that I'd have been having now. Unfortunate thing is I bought it earlier in the year and I'd had the one with the manual clutch. And as you know, they bought this one out. But this thing, if Father Christmas wants to bring me this, I'll drop you my address. I'd really like that for Christmas. You never know, do you? Right, KTM. Here's a KTM Super Duke GT. I've nearly bought one of these 4 or 5 years ago. In fact, I tried to trade my S1000 XR for one, but they actually insulted me with the price of my S1000 XR, so I never got one. So I never got to ride one. But that looks a weapon, and I would definitely put that on my wish list as well. And now this Hayabusa. Now that is sublime. Just look at that. What a piece of kit. Yeah, I'd have that in my garage any day. And I could touch the floor on it by the look of it. Beautiful piece of kit. Right, up Suzuki stand now. This is the Suzuki GSX 1000 GX. Again, on the wish list. Last year at the motorcycle show, I really liked this bike and I was going to try and purchase one. But there was absolutely no chance of getting one. They hadn't even been in the country. They hadn't done anything with them. And else otherwise, one of those I think would have been sitting in my garage now before I had the CF Moto Explore, because I really liked them. Now, story runs on, Phil John, one of the lads who I talked to on the internet, he had a CF Moto Explorer and he's traded it for one of these and he loves it to pieces. He bought it to me and showed me at my place, and I must admit it is a really, really nice bike. It does everything that you want it to do, and it looks the part, to be honest. Looks the part. There's a black one coming up, I think, which would be my pick, the black. And it comes up in a minute, hopefully, and you'll get a look at it. Stunning. Now that's the pick of the show to me. I might be crazy, but to me, that was the pick of the show. That one definitely could have my name on it, but it comes up at 14.5 grand, and it's still at the budget. You know, I mean, it's still out of my price range. And as I say, at the moment, with the CF, I'm going to battle on with that as much as I can. Final piece of one is the Tracer 9 GT Plus 2025 version. Again, one on my list. I did have a Tracer 9 when they first came out many years ago. Liked it, but it seemed to fall apart quite quickly. This is a different ball game. Lovely bike, lovely bike. Well, okay, folks. So that was my short little video of the Motorcycle Live 2024. Don't know what you like to think about it. From our perspective, to me, it's not as good a show as it used to be. Okay, there's a lot more entertainment there to see, stuff like that. I think there's bands on and stuff like that. But as far as the motorcycles, if you want to see the top bits and bobs of motorcycling, there's only one way to go, and that's to Aquick in Milan. And of course, we can't all afford to shoot off and do that. As from the video perspective, it's difficult with people climbing over bikes, etc., and jumping everything, because I am privileged to get there on a press day or a pre-walk round. It's a case of I'm there for just one free for all. So, but anyway, as you can see, we went from the sublime to the ridiculous. There was some budget stuff in there, some stuff that I really want to ride next year, and also the extortionate, outrageous priced, top of the range stuff, which is way crazy money. So on that note, it's Lone Wolf saying bye for now. Don't forget, give us a tick, like, subscribe, keep the channel growing. Until the next time, it's Lone Wolf saying bye for now, but don't forget, just you be careful out there. It's Lone Wolf, bye for now.